Sacramento's next chess move. There's a lot of debate right now about Fox, Haliburton. We're gonna dive into both players. Haliburton's been hot. So I mean, look at the list of the last 30 days. Haliburton. Now Fox has missed some time in this. But you see the assists. Fox is just having a down year. Haliburton is very efficient. First, we're gonna go into Haliburton. So Haliburton, he's a really efficient player. You've seen his 30 days. He was shooting 50 from the field, 50 from three on a decent amount of attempts. And what he's just a really smart player. His shot looks like, it looks like he has a really set shot, but he's gotten so much better this year at getting to a pull up and getting to a spot. He's a super smart player. High IQ, can make a lot of good pass. Like, look at that pass. Like, that's a great pass. Look, pull up. So he's really been improving. And he's been just more aggressive, and they put him in a lot of good situations. I think a big difference. So what they do with Haliburton, Sacramento really sets up Haliburton for success in a big way. And I say that like a lot of times, especially, and you'll see it with him, they'll set really high screens for him. So look, pull up, step back. His little step back is been good. It's been really good. Attacking the bigs, he's had some trouble with contact a lot last year. But he's been much better, and him being aggressive is a super great thing, especially with Fox being out. But yeah, what they do with him, they set a lot of screens up really high. Now he can take advantage of, the big mismatch. Hey, pop, and that shot be money. And Haliburton's not the fastest guy. Now he has a really long wingspan, and he's a tall guy. So they will set a lot of high screens. You'll see that with other people who aren't so super fast. You'll see Trae Young. They'll set a bunch of like super high screens. They'll set this shit at like half court. For that. Also give them a lot of movement like this. Giddy. They also do the same thing. Just that play right there. They'll do a lot of that stuff with Giddy. For the people who aren't like the most athletically talented, they'll do a lot of motion. They'll run a lot of motion screens just like that. Giddy, the Thunder do really good doing that with Giddy. Attacking downhill, like he's improving very, very fast, and there's a lot of people saying, hey, I might want him running the point guard over Fox. I might want him to be the future, because you might not get. And that is the problem that some people are seeing. I don't know if you can get the maximum out of both players with them on the same team. But I'll dive into it what I really believe at the beginning. But like right here, boom, that's money. Like attacking bigs, like the aggression level. It's really there. I'm liking what I'm seeing. He's very active in the passing lanes. His steals, I think, at like 1.6. He's a taller guard, so blocks definitely can come. He can close out pretty fast. Right there, he can close out pretty fast. She had a lot of space right there. So yeah, he's really getting it this year, to be honest. He's really getting it, and he's turned it up in the last 20 or so games. He's really got a chance to shine. And he's been on like a streak of like 10 assist games. So we'll see. Now we're into Fox. Fox is just uber talented, to be honest. And some people are down because he's not having the greatest year. And to be honest, they don't set him up the same. Fox is such a good player when you really watch him, and so talented that he doesn't get set up the same. They run a lot of action to make Haliburton look really good, and Haliburton is really good, but they run a lot of action to make Haliburton look good, to fit his strengths, and Fox just gets buckets. You don't need to do anything fancy. He doesn't need, let me take my guy, pull up, and his play type, you see those type of players as chuckers. He's really not. he's been floating around 47% for the last couple of years. So he's not really a chucker. And like in this game, he routinely attacked Anthony Davis. Like there's not many players who can do that. Like this guy's the fastest guy in the league. Like quickest, pulling up, mid range. Like I'm really liking his mid range on top of his going to the basket score. Now he's not the greatest 3-point. Like routinely attacking Anthony Davis in this game. It was really crazy. So like his handle, his shot creation ability. Like bam, that's a tough shot, bruh. That's a tough shot. And to be hitting those shots, look, this is double overtime. Whap. There's just certain things that he's just so talented, so fast, so creative that I mean Haliburton just can't do these things. And that's just not a knock on him. Most of the league can't do these things. He's much better, and sometimes you need a forceful. He's much more Haliburton. I don't know if I want him every single time to decide. He can do it for spurts, but can he be aggressive the whole game? Do I want when the game's online? Do I want him shooting every time or making every? I really kind of don't. You kind of need the forceful buckets of Fox. Fox puts the pressure. Fox's pressure and Haliburton's game is a little bit different. Fox is putting pressure on everyone out there. Haliburton, and I would say the same thing. Like Haliburton doesn't really scare teams. Haliburton's very good. This is more scary, to be honest. This is scary, like putting pressure on everyone that's out here. So I think you need more aggressive and focused buckets as well. That's just what Fox brings. I mean, super fast. He can pass. I mean, last year he's having a slump year, but last year he averaged 25 and 7. Like efficiency from the floor, his 3 balls still needs a lot of improvement, but I mean, and he's getting to the line. I think that's a trait of a lot of great players, and we're just seeing like what do they do? What do they do? And the big thing is that I don't know if you can get the best out of each player. I don't know if Fox can be his best with Haliburton's surge, and I don't know if Haliburton can be his best without his surge. So I do, in some cases, think that they might trade Fox. Off the fact that they could get more for Fox, much more for Fox. So I could see them trading Fox. I honestly think he's so talented. I would really need to get something back. If they were to do it, I think maybe like a Sabonis LeVert type deal with him and Buddy or something like around those lanes. But I would honestly try and keep both for a little longer and see how it works. I wouldn't rush to make this decision. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. Let me know what you think about this video. And JBaby, we out.